The No Fate channel, checking in. On this episode of Dad's Home Gym, I am reviewing this Griffin Fitness Competition bench. And we are gonna go soup to nuts, top to bottom. I'm gonna show you the undercarriage. Hell, I'm gonna make this thing turn its head and cough, if you know what I mean. But first, I need to know from you what you are currently benching on in your home gym. Drop it in the comments below. If this happens to be your first time to the channel, please give this video a like. Hit that red subscribe button. On this Dad's Home Gym series, I just review a piece of home gym equipment to help you decide if it is right for your home gym, if you are going to get use out of it in your home gym, and if it's worth your hard-earned money. Most people would save the cost of this competition bench until the very end. Not me. Not this guy. I know that for so many of you, cost is the number one factor you use to pick your pieces of home gym equipment, so we're going to cover it first. This Griffin Fitness Competition bench, based out of California, cost me $210 to get it delivered to here in my home in Massachusetts. $165 for the bench, $45 for shipping from California to Massachusetts across the Mississippi River, and they didn't charge me tax, and I don't know why, but I'm not asking any questions. What do you get in 2021 for $210? You get a 58-pound Griffin Fitness Competition bench. It is 48 inches long. The pad is 12.5 inches wide, and it's 4 inches thick. It is rated for 1,000 pounds, and it comes with that single post leg in the front for those of you who like to arc your back and get your feet really kind of underneath you when you bench and you want to drive off the bench. This Griffin bench is extremely grippy. It's probably the most grippiest bench, if that's even a term, that I've actually used. And that's exactly what I want. I want to almost be sitting on glue when I bench, when I do any type of exercise on a flat bench, because I don't want my body to move. I really want to use it as a bracing point. And this one is definitely a standout, at least for the ones that I've tried. I promised you a look at the undercarriage, and frankly, promises made, promises delivered. If you've seen one undercarriage, you've probably seen them all. One of the standouts that I mentioned earlier are these brackets. Now, Griffin Fitness uses it to kind of put their logo in, but I do like how it kind of connects this major beam to the posts here. I think that is a really good manufacturing design feature, and it adds for increased stability. Now, the bottoms of these feet here are exactly what you would expect. Super grippy. As soon as you have your bench set up, it does not tend to move at all. Now, Griffin Fitness doesn't actually list the gauge of steel that they use. I will tell you, just from putting it together, they use a pretty good gauge of steel. I would guess 11 gauge steel, but I don't know for certain. I will say that it comes in at 58 pounds, which is not on the light side. And this little design feature where they have their emblem, but it's really a supporting bracket, is really, really nice, because you put this whole top beam, boom, right down in here and locks it in place. Also, the wheels that they use are nice big wheels, making it easy to move around if you are not going to be leaving this in one spot for any length of time, because as home gym goers know, we tend to move stuff around fairly often to make space, create space, or just to store things neatly and out of the way. All right, it's time to make this thing turn its head and cough. Let's give this a nice reach around. Here is the handle. This is the business end that you're going to be using to pick this thing up and put it down. Oftentimes people don't even consider the handles, but since in a home gym environment, you might be picking this up and moving it at least once or twice a workout, it's something you should consider. This is a nice low profile design. Certainly not something you notice. It never really gets in your way at all. It's easy to grab, easy to hold, and it does everything a handle should do. It's there, but you don't really know it's there. And now it's time. It's time for Fate of the Union, where I give you my personal thoughts after using this Griffin Fitness Competition bench for the past 3 weeks. What have I done on this bench? I treated it like an Airbnb. I treated it like a rental. I did everything I possibly could on this thing to see how it would handle. I've used this for over 45 sets. Of course, I benched on it. I benched on it with a barbell, with a dumbbell. I benched on it with a football auxiliary bar. I did skull crushers on it. I did abs on this thing. I did concentration curls on this thing. And I even texted on this thing to see how my bum would feel when I was texting. I will tell you straight away that the big standout is the sturdiness of the actual pad. The pad is 4 inches thick, but it's nice and firm. And I love a firm bench for a few reasons. Number one, if you've used this for the next 10 plus years, that firmness is only going to get slightly softer. So if you start off with a really soft bench, it's only going to go to pot in not too long of a time. By starting off with a nice, super firm bench, you know it's going to hold up and last. Now, and also with regards to the pad, that fabric that they use is extremely grippy. I mean, when you lie back to bench and you put your back shoulders pinched back, you are going nowhere, and I mean absolutely nowhere. It definitely just kind of like sucks to your body. It's such a good grippy bench. The only caveat, because it is a competition bench, you've got that single post in the front. If you're going to end up doing any type of abs or concentration curls on the front of that end of the bench, you're going to find that it does rock a little bit from side to side because it doesn't have as much stabilization on that single post. But many of you, you're not even going to be doing curls on this thing or abs on this thing. You're only going to be benching on it. I only bring that up as something to note so that you're aware of it. Obviously, if you do plan to curl, if you do plan to do any type of one-ended type of work on this bench, you simply can use the side that has the extra support. At $210 delivered from California to Massachusetts, this thing has a ton of value. And if you've watched this channel for a while, you know I'm a huge fan of value because price is what you pay and value is what you actually get. And it's all about making sure that you spend the money and get high value for the return on that money. I do find typically when you go on the high end of things, you end up paying for the namesake attached to the product rather than the product itself. And with Griffin Fitness, you're certainly paying for that product. You're getting all of your $210 worth and then some. In next week's video, it's gonna be Thunderdome, and I am gonna pit Griffin Fitness's comp bench against the eerily similar Rep Fitness competition bench to help you choose which one's gonna come out alive and make it to your home gym. Now, if you have any questions regarding this Griffin Fitness bench, drop them in the comments below and I'll get them answered as quickly as I can. If you already have a home gym bench that you're happy with, drop that in the comments below because I'm curious all the time what people are benching on and if they're happy. If you've come this far in the video, give this video a like, hit that red subscribe button so we can be best friends. If you are interested in Griffin Fitness's competition bench, I put an affiliate link in the description below. How does it work? Click on that link. You buy whatever you're gonna buy, like a competition bench at Griffin Fitness. They send me a kickback, and that helps me with picking up future equipment. It helps me pay for this Griffin Fitness bench that I paid out of my own hard-earned money, and it helps keep the lights on. As usual though, thank you for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. This channel is dedicated to my life as a father of 2 wonderful children, and it centers around health, fitness, and all of the tricks and tribulations that I go through to try to be a great parent to my children and still accomplish my own personal goals.